third win of the season and third win all-time at Michigan. Denny Hamlin stretched his fuel just enough to do the job. Over 700 starts, Hamlin is still winning NASCAR Cup Series races. What a race! Michigan provided us all we could ask for. Denny Hamlin demonstrated that he is still a title candidate and capable of winning races at 44 years old. He will soon welcome a baby son into the world. But that didn't stop him from giving his all in Michigan. Hamlin has run out of gasoline twice this year, costing him a win. Today, he was the one who stretched it just enough to defeat William Byron, Chris Buescher, Carson Hocevar, Kyle Larson, and the rest of the competition. In fact, he decided to use his hallmark slogan. Apologizing to his dad, who said he had to stop saying it, Denny Hamlin smiled and said, "Daddy, I'm sorry, but I beat your favorite driver, folks." When asked which one, all of them. Following his victory over the field, which included hometown hero Carson Hocevar, Hamlin had to inform everyone that he had eliminated their favorite driver. This time, it's real. Of course, he did not stop there. He used his arms to spell out OHIO for the Michigan fans. This race got intense near the end. Nobody knew who had enough fuel to reach the finish line. Some drivers were forced to back off and settle for a decent finish rather than compete for the win. That is the most difficult decision for a driver to make. Denny Hamlin led only 5 laps today on his road to victory. William Byron once again has a strong, almost dominant win, leading 98 laps, 66 laps more than any other driver. He comes up short again after having to pit with barely a few laps remaining. Byron finished P28. The race demonstrated how thrilling the Cup Series can be. There were numerous storylines that played out. Carson Hocevar was leading at his home track just 1 week after the Nashville drama. Following Darlington and Charlotte, William Byron allowed another race to pass him by. Then there's Denny Hamlin. He has been awaiting the birth of his first son, his third child. I'm sure he's glad Jordan and the baby held on so he could race today and win. Hamlin is officially the most successful driver in Joe Gibbs racing history. He surpassed Kyle Busch for the honor, and he has 57 career wins. What a race. What a performance by Hamlin. Other notable performances include Chris Buescher in second, Ty Gibbs in third, Zane Smith in seventh, Kyle Busch in eighth, and Ryan Preece and Brad Keselowski in ninth and 10th. RFK Racing had a great day with 3 top 10 finishes. Shane Van Gisbergen finished 18th, one of his best oval races of the season. Denny Hamlin had a big win. He sliced into William Byron's and Kyle Larson's point lead over him. The regular season is still Byron's to lose at this point. However, with a few more efforts like this from Hamlin, things may change before the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. And as we all know, Hamlin is often seen as the villain of outsider due to his outspoken nature, and after the win in Michigan, that didn't change. Leaving 2 NASCAR insiders relish seeing Denny Hamlin become a loathed athlete, similar to a wrestling villain or Tom Brady. On the Teardown podcast, Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi of The Athletic reviewed Hamlin's booze before and after the race at Michigan International Speedway. "He just gets showered with booze," Gluck said of Denny Hamlin. "You could see his body language as soon as the booze. He climbs out. As soon as he gets showered with booze, he immediately goes into wrestling heel mode." "I love heel Denny," Bianchi added. "NASCAR needs that. NASCAR needs guys who embrace it and relish it, and he does." Gluck elaborated on Hamlin's status as a heel figure in NASCAR by drawing a comparison to Brady. He compared it to wanting to prove 65,000 people wrong, Gluck said. "I think it's very similar to an NBA player that goes into a hostile arena on the road, playoff game-type atmosphere, and shuts up the crowd and they're booing. It's the athletes you love to hate. When Tom Brady would come in the stadium and everybody hated the Patriots, you're like, not this guy, and he'd win and you'd be so mad. But those athletes that can do that thrive off that. They take that energy, just like with the home crowd people cheering for them. They can take the energy and channel it into motivation for themselves and loving to shut everybody up like that." Denny Hamlin won the Cup Series race in Michigan on Sunday and taunted the fans by performing the Ohio State chant. He also reintroduced a phrase that earned him a heel in NASCAR. "Daddy, I'm sorry, but I beat your favorite driver, folks," Hamlin stated in an interview with Prime Video. When asked who drivers he was referring to, Hamlin replied, "All of them." The NASCAR experts' discussion on Tom Brady was interesting because he was at the Indy 500 and received some boos from the spectators at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And, like Hamlin at Michigan, Brady made fun of the Indianapolis supporters. "What an incredible experience at Indianapolis Motor Speedway this weekend," Brady wrote in an Instagram post. "Thanks to the Fox Sports family for putting on an incredible show, and to my friend, the best driver in the world and 7X champion, Jimmy Johnson, for letting me tag along as we let out the pack. I'll be back, and next time I'm driving. P.S. It was great to get in one more successful drive in front of a bunch of Colts fans." Most drivers or even athletes wouldn't be able to live with the villain status, but for Brady and Hamlin, it doesn't matter. They seem to love it. Denny Hamlin embraces his role as NASCAR's biggest heel. In March, after winning at Martinsville Speedway, Hamlin triumphantly raised a 11 against the world banner. After winning the Firekeepers Casino 400 at Michigan International Speedway on Sunday, Hamlin reintroduced his once-retired catchphrase. While chatting with Prime Video, Hamlin turned to the audience and announced, "I just beat your favorite driver." Hamlin enjoys being the antagonist. After the race, Hamlin spoke with Dale Earnhardt Jr. about why he enjoys entertaining the crowd. "I love having fun with the crowd, and I just don't want them to ever clap when they say my name," Hamlin said. "It's like, all right, next guy. I want to make them feel a certain way. It could be positive, it could be negative, but I like to have those feels." When Hamlin used his iconic catchphrase, he received various reactions. However, as he began the OHIO chant, the audience booed. Hamlin joined Ohio State's college football playoff national championship run this past season. With Sunday's race just outside of Ann Arbor, Hamlin used the chance to mock the pro-Wolverines fans. Hamlin has beaten your favorite driver 3 times in 15 races this season. This was a special occasion for Hamlin. He is only the 10th driver in NASCAR Cup Series history to win a race after his 700th start. With career win number 57, Hamlin surpassed Kyle Busch for the most checkered flags in Joe Gibbs racing history. Jordan Fish, Hamlin's fiancée, is also expecting their 3rd child and first son. Hamlin and Fish were waiting for their son to arrive last week when Hamlin was racing at Nashville Superspeedway. Ryan Truex was the backup driver at Michigan in case Hamlin received a call and needed to depart. That call never arrived. Hamlin won the race by preserving enough fuel after William Byron surrendered the lead to him with 4 laps to go and subsequently ran out of fuel completely. So what do you think? Can Hamlin win it all this season, finally at his age? And if he does, will he retire after winning? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.